Okay, welcome back to another WHIN podcast. We've got the great and powerful Don Probst in the studio with his glorious new beard. It's looking good, man. It's coming in nice.
We're going after the Brian Burris look.
Yeah, they say mimicry is the best compliment, so a little tribute to Brian Burris. And we've got, speaking of the master of all beards, we've got Bradley LeBaron from Coots Taxidermy. How you doing, Bradley?
How's it going, guys?
How's the season shaping up for you, man?
It's turning out to be good so far. It's this week's been slow, but we're getting animals in.
And just for future podcast listeners, what season are we in? What are you seeing mainly come in right now?
Antelope and archery deer.
Archery deer, you got a lot of velvet coming in then?
A lot.
Let's just jump into it. How do you deal with velvet? Like what should you do with velvet in the field?
What you should do is buy a bottle of the velvet lock, and then you just spray it directly on it when you kill it or harvest it, and it drains all the blood out through the bottom of the burrs. And if you do that within an hour of it being dead, you're solid.
Now, do you cut the horns off before you spray it, or?
No, you can do it with the cape on and everything still.
Oh, really? So you just keep the velvet lock with you and you just spray it when you get there?
Yep.
Does it work as good as the injection stuff?
I personally think better.
Oh, really?
It's almost dummy proof. It's with injecting it, if you don't hit all the veins and get all the blood out with the formaldehyde, it's like a 50-50.
Yeah.
With the spray, you just soak it, and in 7 days it's dry.
And you just spray it as much as you can then?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So, like, pro tip out in the field, like, if you're out there, like, and you have a velvet deer, have that with you then.
Yeah. I'm a diller for the guys, and I tell my clients, come buy it from me.
Okay. How much does it go for usually?
I think it's like $38.
$38 for a spray bottle of it?
Mm-hmm.
And one spray bottle will cover, like, a couple deer?
Like a 180-inch buck.
Really?
It'll cover up to.
And just, like, for people that are listening and don't know what happens if you don't protect the velvet?
Oh, it's going to rot off. It's going to start slipping. I'd say within 24 hours, you start touching it, it's just going to smooth, like wipe off.
Is there any way to fix it?
No, besides doing artificial.
Yeah.
And artificial looks bad.
It does.
It doesn't look real at all.
Yeah, so like a hot tip for people like going out like right now this time of year. I mean, we've got youth tags coming up. Like my kids have youth tags. Like they're going to be in velvet till like probably late September, right?
Yeah, I think that's like it depends on the animal too.
Mm-hmm.
We've seen them go off in the first week of September, second week. I think it just depends on the year. I personally think they're going to be out early this year.
You think the velvet's going to come off early this year?
Yeah, because everything that's been coming in lately, it's been pretty much hard-horned already underneath. They're done growing.
Yeah. I forgot. Why don't you give an introduction about yourself? Like, since we just jumped in, I want to talk about velvet all week. So, yeah, tell us a little bit about your stuff, how you got started, how you've been in the community.
I'm Bradley LeBaron. I operate Coots Taxidermy. It's almost been 10 years I've been doing it now. I contribute to WHIN every banquet.
Yeah, you do. Yeah, you do.
I try to do my part.
Two things. How did you come up with Coots Taxidermy name?
So my nickname growing up was Cooter.
Makes sense?
So it's not about the ducks.
It wasn't about the ducks, and then over the years it just shortened up to Coot.
So what turned you on to taxidermy?
I started doing like the Euro process, doing skull cleaning for a couple years, and then I was always big into art in high school. And then I found a school in Montana and went there for 6 weeks, learned it, and here we are.
Nice.
Yeah, and taxidermy really is an artistic form, right?
Oh, 100% it is.
Yeah, and I mean, you have a lot of people like get into taxidermy thinking, it'll be a good hobby, but I mean, how many taxidermists have you had to clean up for? I know you had to clean up for our shop at one point.
I've done like 3 or 4 now.
Yeah, where people think they can do it, and they start pulling in a lot of clients, and all of a sudden, like, people stop getting calls back, the mounts stop getting done, and then Coots Bradley has to go and grab all the mounts and clean them up for clients.
Yeah, it's fun.
Is it? Is it fun? I guess. I know some people balk at the prices, and when you're thinking about getting your taxidermy down or getting your mount done, like shopping around sometimes isn't the best.
It's not.
No.
It's why the more expensive it is, the more quality you're gonna get. I feel in the taxidermy world, you pay for what you get.
Yeah.
And it's been shown and a lot of mounts of mine. I think there's a photo of one up there.
Yeah, I'll throw one up here for you. Which one do you want?
There's a whitetail one I did right down there.
This
That
one?
yeah. It's like a $350 mount versus my 900. So it's
So is that one you fixed up for him?
That's the same hide, same everything. I just was able to rehydrate and fix it.
Yeah, like you can see the difference right here, like in the neckline, right? Like this neckline looks clean and crisp versus this neckline looks like a tube sock.
Yeah, the eye shape was bad. The ears are, I don't know what was going on with the ears there. The horn set was off. There was a lot with it.
Yeah.
Cheaper's always not better.
No, I agree. And like when you're thinking about it, like if you're gonna spend like the gas and the money, and then you decide that you're gonna go get this mounted, it's almost like a piece of art, right? And this piece of art is gonna hang in your house for how long?
Your lifetime, in your kid's lifetime. It's a memory.
Yeah.
You look at that animal, you're gonna take you back to that hunt.
Yeah.
So is there any ongoing maintenance when taxidermy is done right for it to sit in the house?
Yeah, you're supposed to clean it every 6 months. That Velvelock stuff, they make another brand of it. It's called Velvet Clean. It's a spray. You just spray it and wipe it down. It cleans it all. It kills any bugs and all that. But if you let it sit there and get dust built up on it, you get dust
mites.
Dust mites. You can get larvae in it. Just all kinds of things, and it'll just start going bad. If the sun's hitting it, it'll fade them out, fade horns out. So there's maintenance to it, but mine in my house, I clean like once a year. I dust off, and they're still fine.
You're dusting them with spray, or you just
the spray, or even like a microfiber towel, and just wipe it down.
Okay.
You don't have to use the spray, but
well, yeah, we live in a hot desert with dirt everywhere, so I mean, if you wipe it down. Have you ever seen any mounts come in with larvae from Las Vegas? Is it cool enough? I guess if they have a swamp or something.
What was that?
I guess if they have a swamp cooler or something. Have you seen any mounts that you've had to repair that come in with larvae?
Oh, I've had a couple. A lot of them are like bighorn sheep because
Really?
they're the cores aren't cleaned out good enough because they're like honeycombed in the bone. You have to clean all that out. And I've seen that's where they'll like everything starts growing. You'll see right between the horns. That's where all the larvae and the beetle shells are.
So people will like is that coming from a different taxidermist that didn't clean out the horns good enough?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
They're typically like 20, 30 years ago. But I get a lot. I've had a guy bring back an antelope I did for him. He was sitting in his garage in the Vegas heat for 3 years, and the nose started cracking on it.
Mm-hmm.
Well, you gotta be smarter than that. Like I back my stuff 100% for a lifetime. Yeah. As long as you do your part in it, it's gonna be good. But don't put it in a garage in Vegas where it gets 120 degrees because that skin's like doing this. It's heating up, shrinking, expanding, shrinking.
Yeah, it's like anything else that's delicate. Like you wouldn't put a nice painting in a garage.
Exactly.
Right? If you want to put something in a garage, put a euro, right?
Yeah.
You're not going to kill a euro in a garage.
Nope.
Oh, interesting.
What's your favorite animal to mount?
Antelope.
Antelope.
Yeah.
Nice.
That is my itch.
Oh my gosh, let's talk about antelope. What do you do? How do you skin that in the field? Because it feels like when I skin in the field, I have hair everywhere.
Yeah, there's no stopping that. I usually take a tarp out with me when we go on hunts, and it helps keep all the dirt and just nasty stuff off the cape and helps it keep it clean. But the hair on it, it's hollow, so it breaks and it just falls out. But antelope, that's the worst I see, like people messing capes up on.
How so?
They throw them in the bed of their truck and they drive home to Vegas. The hair, they're already set in, like the gangrene's already in, and they're just starting to rot out.
Because it's so hot outside when they throw it in the back of their truck.
It's
Can you smell it when they pull up and it's gangrene?
Oh yeah, I just put a stink sign up on my garage.
What does that mean?
Stink fee. If you bring something in stinky, it's $75 extra. If it has maggots, $125.
Oh really?
Yeah, you'd be surprised. I'm sure you've seen some of it.
Yeah.
It's just like I don't understand it. Like you just spend all this money and this time to go out to harvest, and then you're just gonna forget about it. Or I've had people say it's my problem, it's my job. It's not my job to deal with stinky stuff.
Well, what do you have to do? Like deal with it? Like that cape's done, right? They need to buy a new cape at that point.
Yeah, replacement cape, which I can get antelope cape. I get most capes, no problem. I usually have a stack of them. If someone's doing a euro on it, I'll give them shop credit for the cape or whatnot. But another thing on antelope I see a lot, like people cut through the brisket and the armpits, and there's really no hiding that stitching back together. It's tough. They're thin. I always say, like, take care of your cape like it's meat.
Yeah.
Treat it the same way, because it really is. You want a good product at the end of the day? Take care of it.
So when you're butchering the animal in the field, and this is what the novice will understand, is like, usually if you're not going to save the cape, you just cut from, belly button all the way up to the neck. Like, that's how most people do it. But if you want to save that cape, you cut all the way at the back of the head, right? Like around the spine.
Yeah, like start between the ears and just down the back, down the spine.
Yeah.
And I always tell people, go like mid belly if it's a shoulder mount, do a circle cut, and it kind of butterflies it open. You just work each side, get down to the arms or the legs, cut it, do a circle cut around the elbow joint, and then you just pull the leg through so it like socks it off.
Yeah.
And then you don't got to worry about cutting through armpits, brisket. Let me do that.
Yeah, and then you'll cut it off at the neck, right?
Yep.
And then when you put the hide away, you put flesh on flesh, right?
Yeah, flesh on flesh. You could even get like frozen water bottles,
Mm-hmm.
and you can put that on the inside and like roll it up with it, and it starts cooling it down immediately.
Yeah, and then you just put it in a cooler and dry back.
Yeah, I always say like a game bag
Mm-hmm.
or like a light trash bag is fine, but put ice around it or frozen blocks of ice or jugs and open the drain up on the ice chest so it drains out so it keeps like a dry cold.
Okay.
So I'm not pulling out of your ice chest and it's
soft and wet.
Soft and wet.
That if it's wet, does it also cause hair loss?
No, typically no, but with antelope, they stain easy. Like I said, their hair's hollow, so it sucks in all that bloody water, and it's hard to get that blood color staining out of him.
Really, out of the hides?
Especially in the white.
Yeah, I don't know how you have any hair left after you skin it. It feels like it falls out everywhere. We always bring it home, and my wife always is like super mad that we have any hair on the meat, but there's hair. Like, there's hair just all everywhere on those antelope.
Antelope, they're forgiving.
Are they forgiving when you mount them?
Yeah, I'll lose so much hair in the mounting process, and you look down, it's just a pile of hair. It's like, I don't understand how, but it works.
Really? So they just have so much hair that it'll still look okay.
Mm-hmm. It hides a lot.
Yeah.
So if somebody's going to bring in a shoulder mount, the more hide, the better.
The more hide, the better.
Do you got any good stories about people bringing in a good mount? What about, do you have any, have you had any inspections by, like, the game wardens, where you've had to, participate in investigations at all?
Oh, several.
Yeah. Tell us the stories. What happened?
A couple of years ago, a guy brings in an antelope. I clearly know it's archery season. Brings it in. He's talking, telling me his story. He shot it at 200 yards. I'm like, that's a hell of a poke with a bow. All right. And he goes on, and I'm not putting two and two together at that point. He leaves, and I start skinning the animal out, getting it prepped and all that. And I seen a bullet hole. And you know a bullet hole from a broadhead. Broadhead doesn't burn hairs. And I seen that, I was like, oh, all right. Made a phone call, got talking with the game warden guy, and that was just, the dude he picked up a tag, first come, first serve.
Mm-hmm.
Didn't realize it was archery.
Yeah.
Thought it was rifle. He was running his mouth in Ely at the hunting store there. Sports World. And so somebody already called it in. So when I called it in, they were already notified of it, and then it was over. But I see it a lot, and there's not a lot of things people bring in that's wrong.
Mm-hmm.
It's just I get a phone call from the game wardens. They give me a name, and yeah, it's here.
Yeah.
And then I get the story, like, what happened?
Yeah, when they show up.
Mm-hmm. Like, I've had elk seized, deer. I've had about everything seized.
Now, when that happens, you have to call the client, or you're just like, yeah, they'll call them.
No, they'll call them. They'll tell them. Most clients call and apologize to me for bringing it.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Like, they give me the right paperwork that I need for it, so I don't know no different until the game wardens call.
Yeah, I'm sure some people are wondering, like, why do we have a taxidermist on a conservation podcast, right? But I think taxidermists are, like, key to the conservation, because you guys are actually probably more than NDOW watching what comes in through the door, right? Like
Oh
you
yeah.
kind of protect the game when you're like, well, this is a burn hole on a cape, during archery season, right? So you're protecting against malintent there. And then also, like you're talking about earlier, what have you noticed about mule deer this season?
The horn growth is crazy.
Is
Horn
it-
growth's really good this year. That I'm seeing a lot of bucks are having a lot of mass, and just the size of them are good.
Yeah, and you said you're actually up on animals coming in this year
I
versus
am.
last year, right?
I'm up like 12 from last year this time.
And so that shows an increase in success rates too.
Yep, it shows that the numbers is up. The numbers are up, or the herds are doing better.
Yeah. Do you participate in the CWD testing? Do they come down there and do that with you guys at all?
I volunteer every year, so I'll do it strictly on deer and elk.
Mm-hmm.
I'll one of the guys, he'll just come and give me a bunch of test kits, and I do the test there and give them to him. I think I do 100 to 200 samples a year for him.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
When the Endo guys,
Yep.
they compensate you for doing that?
It's an option, but it's just me giving back, doing
Yeah.
my part.
That's what I was
It's
thinking.
like I'm already in it. What it takes me 2 minutes to take the sample.
To the sample, yeah. See, yeah, that's what I was saying. Like most taxidermists, people don't understand. They think they're, I don't know what the public perception is of you guys. But
Jeffrey Dahmer.
Jeffrey Dahmer is that what it is? Oh man, I guess. But the public perception is, yeah, like a little psycho, right? But they don't understand that you guys are kind of the front line in conservation. Like you guys know what's coming in, you know what people are doing, you know the horn growth.
We see it, we hear it all.
Yeah.
The stuff people tell me. It's like, you shouldn't be telling me that.
So have you found any CWD?
I don't think so. They don't tell me.
So you don't know the result?
I don't know the results. I just take the samples and then freeze them. But I talk to them every year about it, and there hasn't been any found. I know they got that Unit 21 Tonopah area all where you have to sample because it was found in Baker, California.
Bishop, right?
Or Bishop, that's what I meant,
Yeah.
Bishop. But I don't even think, they haven't found any in Nevada yet. Because if they did, we would know about it.
Yeah, we're pretty good about keeping it out of our state, but we can't stop California from making a mess.
Or Utah. People bringing Utah deer in.
Oh, really?
That's another one I see, like people, they go out of state, they know the rules, like transporting them back. They got to be like skull capped or brain cleaned out. And people still bring them in with the brain and all that. I'm like, come on now.
Come on now. So how would you do a skull cap or the brain cleaned out? Would you just tell people how they do it if they bring it back from Utah? What would you do? What would be the least invasive way to do it?
A piece of wire, put like a little L shape on it and just spin it in the brain and pull it out, and it'll clean it out.
You can even put on a little power drill, right? And just
Yeah, or I use for the sampling, it's a grapefruit tool, like a cutter or whatever.
Yeah.
And that's what I use for the sampling. It just peels it out.
Just peels it out and you just go right through the last vertebra right there by the neck.
Yeah, it's not even the last vertebrae. Just right at the back of the skull where the brain is. That a vertebrae on the skull?
Well, where the last vertebra connects to the skull.
Yeah,
Right.
you
Yeah.
go in through there and clean it out.
How clean does it have to be?
Uh,
Like, should you bring it to a car wash and pressure wash it
yeah, that's an option, or just take a hose to it. And
Take
just
a
rinse
hose?
it out.
until the white stuff starts coming out,
Yeah.
right?
Yep.
Yeah, and then that would be good enough. Like people would be fine with that if you left it that way.
Yeah, because that's what the cause of it is. They're thinking
Mm-hmm.
is in like the brainal stem and all that.
Yeah. Do they have big cases of CWD in Utah?
I think they have a handful
Do
off
they?
of the maps that I've seen. Yeah, I think it's like more northern Utah.
More coming in from Idaho, Oregon?
Yeah, I know Oregon and Idaho. I think they have it quite bad out there.
I know that one down by Bishop was a roadkill. Like,
Yeah.
they pulled that one off the road. It's just another example of California messing everything up for us,
Gotta love it.
right? They don't take care of their bears, and so they end up in Tahoe, right? They don't take care of their mountain lions, and so our highest like deprivation cause for mountain lions are on like the California border, because like that, like in California, like you can't have a mountain lion mount
Yeah, or bobcat.
or bobcat, right?
It's insane.
Yeah, and so since they don't do a job managing their predators, like they keep crawling over the border, and then Nevada has to deal with their lack of predator management, And it also comes back to hunters. Like we have a good predator management program because hunters take care of the predators, right? The predation. Like we have mountain lion tags. We're allowed to mount our mountain lions. we have bobcat trapping, right?
Yep.
And so because we manage it, like, we don't have the problems. And it also with their CWD over there, it's just because they don't manage their herds properly either. So I don't know. Everybody hates California, but
You like California?
No, I like it here.
I do like it here. I do like it here. What else? Sorry, guys. I'm going to have to edit this part out.
So what's the process? Somebody brings in an animal that they want to get shoulder mounted. Do you go through different poses with them, or do they have an idea, tell you what they want, or do you assume all artistic freedoms to mount their animal?
Some people come in knowing what they want, and that's strictly what they want, and I try to talk them out of, like, do it like this. It'll look better. And then a lot of people come in, they're like, well, you're the professional. What do you think? So then I give my thoughts on it, and I don't like straight poses. I like doing a little
What's a
quarter
straight
turn,
pose?
or just, I don't even know if there's any photos.
A straight pose up here?
It's probably not, because I don't do very many of them good.
So like this right here, this is a turn, right? This is a 90, right?
It's a wall pedestal turn, like a quarter turn.
Yeah.
A straight pose, it's like that antelope in the background of that photo.
This one right here?
Yeah. That's a straight pose. They just, I don't know, they look like a stuffed animal on the wall. I like doing the turns, quartered, like turns in them. I try to talk people into that because it just gives it more of a lifelike look to it. But a lot of people, or I tell them to go find a photo of something, we'll do that.
This is kind of a loaded question, but what's the turnaround time on an animal that somebody brings into you?
Right now, I'm quoting people 16 months to 2 years, just because of my backlog. I think I got like 320 something animals on the books right now I've got to work through.
So you've got to just have a ton of freezers.
I don't use freezers.
No.
No, I have a salt room on the side of my house. So you bring me an animal in, I'm doing the process of turning, splitting, and all that, and fleshing it, and then going straight to salt. And once it's salt dried, it preserves it because you're taking all the bad stuff out, and then it can stay like that for, I don't know, I've had hides for a year and a half like that, and they're fine. And then it goes through the tanning process.
Interesting.
And then with the salting, you just mark it with like their name and stuff on it, like with a tag.
Yeah, I use like the ear tags. It has a number on it.
Oh, like just for like sheep and cows and stuff.
Yeah, that's what I use for every cape, and then each client has a number on their paperwork, and that cape goes with that client.
Yeah.
The thing with freezers is they go out all the time, and I've wanted to eliminate that, and they take up a lot of room, and I don't want the stress if I'm gone for like 3 or 4 days, and then I lose a freezer during summer. So the freezers I have, it's full of like tanned capes, and then there's one of like my own personal stuff. And my personal stuff, if it goes bad, that's whatever, it's my own stuff.
So somebody brings in an animal, first thing you're doing is you're going to take the hide right off the skull.
Yep.
Cut the antlers off.
Yep.
And then you're going to take the hide to the salt.
Yeah. After I do all the turning and splitting. And turning, all that is like, you're turning the eyelids, you're turning the nose, the lips, and then you're turning the ears. So it all lays kind of like basically flat.
How long does it take to turn an eyelid and a nose? I tried to do it once. It was like extremely difficult.
I could do them in like 5 minutes. I could have it all turned and done.
Really? How do you do with like the fleshing and like getting them like, so, I don't know, is that just salting it then? Because when I tried to do it with a Havilon, it took like forever when I tried to do one raccoon.
Like taking all the meat off.
Yeah.
I just use Avalons.
Do you?
Mm-hmm.
You just have to be so skilled, right? You're not cutting holes in it all the time.
Yeah, every once in a while I'll cut a little nick in it, but it's like I know the angle to hold it at. I've done so many of them. But you can use a fleshing knife and a fleshing board. But when I'm bringing antelope season rifle, which opens on Friday, I'm bringing 30 antelope in 3 days. I don't got time to flesh it. I'll just hand flesh it real quick. I can do it just as fast, if not faster.
Do you like store them in the freezer if you get a lot in at once and just like pull them out and start salting them, or?
No, I'll stay up all night and get whatever's on the ground. I'll get done before the next day.
Really?
Just grind.
This is going to be kind of like a disgusting question, I guess, but what do you do with your byproducts? What do you do with the skull? What do you do with the fat, the tissue, or whatever's left? Is it just going to Republic Services?
Yeah, so I got like a bucket of salt that I throw a lot of scraps in and I salt it so it starts pulling the moisture out and like jerkyize or turns into like jerky almost. And then the skulls, I just depending on what day of the week it is, I'll throw them in a freezer that I have empty strictly for just the heads. And then the night before the dumpster comes, I just toss it in the dumpster and off they go.
So like bulk pickup at your house is horrible for the Republic guys.
Yeah. I always wonder, like, when they pick up stuff for the trash cans, it's like, what is that?
It's all with the arms. They don't watch anymore. Dude, my mind is not functioning well tonight. It's just not working. That's okay. I don't know.
So the grizzly bear.
Yeah.
Tell us about the grizzly bear. Show a picture of that, Ron, because when I took my ducks to you was in the process of doing that bear, and that thing was huge.
That thing was giant. That's the first grizzly I've done. It was like,
And the first thing I thought of was how you picking that up to put it in somebody's truck.
Where'd that grizzly come from?
Kodiak Island,
Really?
Alaska. Yeah. Well, see, that was one solid piece. He didn't want it to come off in two pieces. He just brought like an enclosed trailer and we wheeled it into it. But I did like 72 hours into that mount. I had like 14 hours of sewing. That was fun.
Was it?
It honestly was, like, just to knock it off like the bucket list of things to mount.
Mm-hmm.
It was fun. Now I know what to honestly charge for one.
Oh, really? Did you undercharge for it?
Oh yeah. The dude, he's a good client of mine and I took care of him because I wanted to do one. I wanted one under my belt.
Yeah. Was he pretty happy with it though?
Oh yeah, he was stoked. He was very stoked.
It looked awesome.
Did it?
It did. It really looked good. The other thing I liked at your shop when I was in there was the pack out mounts that you do.
Oh, the pack frame mounts, yeah.
Those are really nice. I think if I was to do a mule deer, that would be the first thing that I would do rather than a shoulder mount.
They take less room on the wall. It's something different.
It's totally different.
It's not your typical mount on the wall. I mean, they're kind of easier for me because I don't got a lot of sewing to do on them. It's just the head, but it's more creative and because you're not making it look alive.
Right.
You're just making it look like you're packing it off the mountain. It gives a cool story to it.
I really liked it. I thought it was a great idea. It showed really well too.
You don't have any on your website, buddy.
There might be one on there somewhere, but
I keep scrolling.
they're starting to get more popular now. I think this past season I got like 7 or 8 of them to do. A lot more people are seeing them and wanting it rather than just something standard.
Yeah.
Are the cats hard to do?
There's one right there. Is an elk. Like mountain lion, buck. Oh yeah, they're very tough because when you mount something with horns or antlers, that's what you're looking at. So your eyes, if they're off just a little bit, and with cats, that's what you're looking at is that expression. You don't want them to look like Garfield. You don't want it to look like a house cat. Those are like, I'm not the best at them. I tell people that I'm like I'm not that guy.
You're like, I'm an antelope guy.
Yeah, I like my big game animals.
And you're also the president of the Nevada Trappers Association. Not Trappers.
Taxidermy Association.
Same acronym, NTA.
Yeah. Yeah, we just we started that up about a month and a half ago. Because Nevada's never had an association for taxidermy. And there's been people that have tried to start it and they can just never get the ball rolling on it. They can never get anybody interested. I've been to California show, Idaho, Utah. Been to a bunch of them and I've talked with the presidents. I've gotten relationships and my buddy Kelby out of St. George, we were coming home from Idaho and we decided let's get the ball rolling on it. Let's get one going for Nevada.
You use your road trip buddy up there to Idaho to do the competition?
He's my road trip buddy. We won't go to a competition unless we're going with each other.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He won't go unless I go.
So what else don't you do?
I don't do birds. I subcontract them out to Kelpie because I just don't got time for them. I know how to do them. I can't do them like he does. That's all he does.
What about house pets? Do you do house pets?
For the right price.
If they have horns.
No, I've done one house cat.
People love to get
It's crazy.
their cat stuffed.
Yeah, my dogs are in the closet in a bag.
In a bag?
They've been cremated.
Oh,
Oh, I was like, what does that mean, Don? Did you think about becoming a taxidermist with Coots?
No.
Dahmer brothers over here.
There's no way I have the patience or the attention to detail to be a taxidermist. I want my satisfaction now, not 2 days later. I don't have time to do the little things to get me to the end. I want it now.
you want to know? Yeah.
So taxidermy, no.
It's not your thing.
No.
Dude, what's the weirdest request you've had?
I got a phone call one day. This lady, her and her family been feeding these 2 coyotes in Boulder City for the past 6 months, and they go outside and one was hit by a car overnight, like hand feeding these coyotes, as she said. She said it was a white, like an albino coyote.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, well, bring it in. I was like, that thing's either A, worth money, I'll buy it from you, or you got to do something, at least get it tanned. So she drives out and go out to her car, and I get this tote, and it's probably like 80 pounds.
Huh?
It's a big dog. Well, take it into the shop. It's wrapped up in like a moving blanket, and I start unpeeling, and I see the tail. Oh, yeah, it don't look like a coyote tail. Opens up the head, and there it is, a freaking yellow lab. I was like, I was kind of like stunned for a minute. Cat got my tongue, and I'm like, I was like, that's not a coyote. She's like, what do you mean it's not a coyote? What is it? I was like, it's a lab. She's like, what the hell's a lab? I'm like a Labrador retriever, like a pet dog.
Like the most common dog in America.
Yeah. And at that time, I had a black lab and a silver lab. So I called him over, and I was like, that's a lab. She's like, that's why it was so friendly. I'm like, she's like, my 3-year-olds were feeding it out of its hand. I was like, yeah, it was just a stray dog out there.
Or somebody's dog that got away all the time.
Yeah, and she's all like, what do I do with it? I said, take it to a pet crematory or pet whatever they're called and have it done. She's like, okay. So I helped her load it back in her car, and off she went. I was so lost. I was like, am I being punked right now? Or I have the photo on it to this day on my phone of it still, because I tell people that and they're like, no. I'm like, it's a yellow lab.
Oh man, when when we were up in Fallon, me and my business partner were looking at buying a tannery, and the guy goes, "Yeah, like just so you know, I have on the books to tan this guy's human skin if he passes, because he has a tons of tattoos all over him, and the Japanese like tattooed skin, and so it was all contracted, and we didn't run through with the deal." He's like, just so you know, like
Who's gonna skin that guy?
that we would have had to skin him. No,
I tap out.
no, you wouldn't have done it.
I fold.
What's your dollar amount for that? For like 30,000.
Keep going.
Really? Just to
I don't
skin
know.
them? You do it for
Just
30?
A human?
Yeah.
That's kind of like morbid and
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say.
that is on the Jeffrey Dahmer side.
50,000.
75.
55,000. You do it, huh? Okay.
We could talk for that price.
I think you'd have to go to the mortician and just give him guidance.
Yeah, but what do I do? What cuts do I make? That was I know what tannery you're talking about.
Yeah. Yeah, it was contracted out. Like, I guess
Is it legal?
I don't know. We never had to deal with it.
I know there's a story about some taxidermist in, I think, Arizona years ago that his wife passed away, and he mounted her in her favorite rocking chair watching TV, and he got pizza delivered one day, or something got delivered, and the guy came in to deliver it, and like her eyeball was laying on the ground, and there's a whole story on it, on like, I don't know if it's real or fake.
So do you go through your mount book, and do they have human mounts?
No, they don't.
They don't?
They don't.
What's the company? McKinsey's doesn't sell human mount?
Not yet.
Not yet?
Not yet. Maybe after this podcast. That's a good idea. $1 million idea.
Yeah. No, let's look it up. I think there is a Japanese tattoo skin market.
So
Like, people will buy.
Like when you die, I get your tattoo skin. I don't know. Japanese tattoo skin collectors. Here you go. Right there, man.
That is weird.
Yeah.
I mean, it's kind of the same idea of like our skin's like an animal skin, somewhat. Like a pig skin almost, kind of.
Look at that, dude. He's got it mounted up on the wall. He's proud of it. He's like, look at this.
This guy was alive at one time.
There you go. There's your mannequin. They have them already.
I wonder if they use like the mannequins that like stores use to show clothes off.
What if you had to find a replacement cape for that? Sorry, it has maggots, but we can find another one.
Yeah, we'll find another one.
well, I got 300 of them inside of the house in the salt pile.
What kind of tattoo guy are you looking for? That's insane.
Yeah.
It's kind of creepy.
So how much work goes into preparing the form?
Quite a bit. Because like when you get them, you got to set the eyes and everything. And that's all your clay work and your detail, bringing that animal back to life, having the right eye shape.
Is there any measurements that a hunter should take before? Like during rut, everything's swollen up, right? Is there any like measurements that you really would want to capture what that animal looked like at the time of harvest?
Some people come in and tell me, like they measure the skin around the neck, but they're coming in and telling me like 34 inches, but they're going over top of the hair, not on the inside. So they're adding freaking 8 inches to it. And so if like they tell me that, I do the measurements right in front of them. Like, this is what it's going to be.
Mm-hmm.
Because those are the ones that are like, they're going to put a tape measure on it when they get it home. And it's 2 inches short. You cheap me out. But no, I mean, there's really no measurement you need to do. I do all the measurements for the form for when I order them to the size of your animal.
Based on the hide.
Based on the hide, yeah, because I'll order like an inch smaller just because you're going to have shrinkage when it dries. And so, when it dries on the back and where you sew it up on the back, the seam doesn't expose over time after it dries. It has room to settle and all that. So I'll always go like an inch smaller, but who's going to notice an inch?
Yeah.
Besides my wife.
She's got used to it. What about like, has anybody came in to you and be like, hey, I have this little dinky deer. Can you bulk it up and make it look huge?
Oh yeah, I've had a couple clients. The Nevada sends out the proclamation books, and they have those juiced up freaking mule deer like late January, just roided up and
been pumping weights at the gym. Just let's go.
Yeah, they'll bring me like an 18-inch neck in on a deer, and they're like, I want it to look like that. I'm like, how do you want me to do that? There's no physical way. Unless you buy a new cape for it, and it's like a little forky or something. I'm like, it's like a yearling deer. What do you want to do about it?
Have you ever done it? Like, he's like, yeah, buy a new cape, and it's like a forky, just
I haven't
jacked.
No, I haven't done it yet. I'm sure it'll happen sometime. Someone's gonna want it.
Yeah, you'll do it happily.
If they're paying for it.
Yeah,
it's gonna look goofy.
Does that come into factor when you're doing these taxidermy competitions, like the realistic way the deer looks?
Yeah, everything. I mean, when you do a competition, this last one, I mean, I put like 80 something hours into a mount just because you've got to make them look better than they did alive. And some judges are touchy-feely and they want to like rub their hand along the side of the shoulder and feel like the muscle underneath. Granted, you might not see it in the mount, but they want to feel it. So like when we're getting forms in for comps, we're cutting the shoulders off and we're going off of pictures, our knowledge, and like the anatomy, the muscle anatomy, and we're rebuilding that with clay and all of that to give that structure for that judge when he's going to touch it to feel that underneath of it like an antelope. You don't see any muscle detail in antelope in the shoulders or anything just because of how poofy their hair are.
Mm-hmm.
But he's going to rub his hand along it to feel the different muscles. You're going to feel, he's going to rub his, like you got to build your ears out, all the earbuds up with the muscle detail in it.
And the veins.
Everything. I mean, there's a checklist they go through. You'll start at like 100%, and then they'll just keep docking you for things you're missing, or if this is off. Depends what division you're in. They take it a little easier. Like if you're in the Masters, it got to be to a T. Or I compete in professionals right now because I've only been doing it for a couple years.
What are the different levels?
So you got masters, professional, and either it's called open or novice,
Okay.
which is like your beginner. And when I first started, I went into professional because I was like, I feel I'm above novice and open, so I want more of a challenge, which I'm glad I did because it makes you work harder now.
Yeah.
And learn. Like, since I've been doing competitions, it's completely changed my style of mounting. Like, I've slowed down a little more, put more into it. Things have changed, just a better overall mount.
Does that increase your time per mount? Or do you like once you figure out that master that technique, then it's streamlined?
Yeah. Like, now it's streamlined. It's just natural. But when I first started and when I was changing things on it, it slowed me down probably half an hour to an hour, depending on the animal. But now I know, like, okay, I can get away with this in like a commercial piece, but it still looks good versus a competition piece that I'm spending hours and hours on.
Are you doing the septums and everything inside the nose?
Competition, yeah. You're basically buying a replacement nose. So you're cutting the nose off that comes on the mannequin and you're putting one that's been molded off of a deer, a replacement nose, and it has the septum, all the just nasal cavity, everything. So it's kind of cheating, but it's already there and we don't have to do it. In my commercial stuff, I don't do that. I do add the septum in there, and I drill the nose out, the cavity, so you can look into it versus it just being like blank, like a lot of stuff is. There's no depth to it. But yeah, competition, it's insane.
What do you enter into the competitions? What type of animals?
I've strictly done mule deer and antelope.
Okay.
I've been doing more antelope because it's what I want to be known for, is antelope. That's my itch.
What does Kelby enter in? Just waterfowl?
Yeah, waterfowl. He does a lot of pheasants.
Does he?
Yeah.
What's the standard, like, how does a competition go? Like, give us a timeline of how, when you show up, like, how that works.
So typically, like, the first day you show up, that's your setup day. And you put your mount out on the floor. You're doing all your final touches, cleaning the eyes, grooming it, making sure it's ready, because when you walk away, you're done.
Yeah.
You can't go back to it to add any adjustments or whatnot. And then usually there's just seminars going on throughout the day. Like, the judges, they each do a seminar on, like, alterations, or this is how I do things, or mounting a bird and all that. So you got seminars, and then the following day, there's no more entries accepted. So the second day, and then it's just full of hanging out, seminars, more seminars, talking with people, mingling. And that's when the judges, they're critiquing they're judging everything in the show. So you can't even see the judges. It's all like, you can't even go in there and talk to them. Because there's 3 or 4 judges in there, that's it. And they're doing their thing. And then the following day, you walk in the morning, everything's ribboned, your placement's there. And then you can sign up on a sheet to get critiques from the judge, and then he'll go over why he marked you on this, what he liked, what he didn't like, and just to help you out, learn. That's what it's all about. Like, we come together from all over the country, taxidermists, and all like-minded people, learn some tricks.
Is there taxidermy rivalry?
Oh yeah, there is, 100%. And that's why Nevada never really had an association take off, because what I've always been told is Nevada taxidermists are very, they don't want other taxidermists. They're competitive. Like, I don't want you here. You're taking stuff away from me. I'm not that guy.
But are they short on work? Because it sounds like you're not that guy, but you're still overloaded on work.
I don't know. For the shops I've talked to, no, they're not lacking.
No.
But a lot of the guys I talk to now, they're all the same like-minded like me. There's a couple guys out of Reno that they've reached out when I started this, and they've kind of like been giving me the runaround. Like, oh, we've tried and tried, I've tried twice, and I can't get it going, and da-da-da-da. I'm like, well, that's you.
So they thought the idea was good, it just never took off in those hands.
Yeah, because it was the guys that were trying to take it off, They didn't get along with other taxidermists. I get along with a lot of other taxidermists, and that's what's helped me get to where we're at right now, is where we have something booked for next year for a show, our first show, because I have I have connection with judges, presidents of other associations that are giving me all their information of what they charge and how they run things and this and that, rather than these other guys that tried to start it. They didn't like who that guy was, so they didn't ask for help.
Mm-hmm.
So, and then if you don't have friendships in between states of trying to get like Idaho guys to come down to Nevada for the show, if you don't have that relationship with other guys that are attending to their state show, how are you going to, like, you got to have that relationship with a lot of people to bring them.
Yeah, you've also you're personally have also fostered like a relationship with all the NGOs in Vegas, right?
Yeah.
And so I guess we could talk about it. You like came to WHIN and you're like, hey, what do you think about this? Like, and I was like, why don't you just have your taxidermy competition like the same time we're doing our banquet? Because it's going to be a win for us too, right? Because you're going to be in the room and you're going to have your mounts all over our room. So our banquet's going to look awesome because I'm sure taxidermy competition mounts look fantastic, right? You don't bring your crap.
No, they're insane.
Yeah.
There's stuff that makes mine, like, I cringe. I'm like, whoa, that thing's freaking awesome.
How do you decide on a piece for competition? Is it a customer's piece?
Yes and no. I look at it when you bring it in, like if it's a pristine cape, like it has no drag marks, no spots missing in the hair, it's just pretty. And like it's like an A++ hide. I'm gonna do that up for a competition. I'm not gonna charge you, but I'm gonna do it for a competition, and you're gonna get like a 50, 60, 70 hour mount like that I competed with. A lot of the ones I've done lately are like my family stuff. I haven't done anything personal for me, just because I can't draw a tag.
But you're not basing it only horn size.
No,
You're looking at the fur.
the fur. Horns don't matter. Obviously, a giant rack makes something stick out, but it could be just a freaking forky and it's just pretty.
Yeah.
And
But you could buy replica horns.
yeah,
Like I know a lot of these guys that go out and hunt with guides. As a present to the guide, they'll buy replica horns of the deer they shot and like send them all a Euro mount.
yeah. And then you could buy like capes too, but trying to like, you gotta have that cape. Some judges are different in it. Some, like, if you have like a battle wound, like a scar, and you don't take it out, you leave it. Some judges are cool with it because that's nature.
Mm-hmm.
That's that animal. You can't find the most perfect one out of 100 animals you bring in, and then trying not to spend thousands of dollars on that perfect one. So some judges, they don't mind it, but some do. They'll mark you for it if it's not pristine. So it's kind of, you're playing into who the judge is. You're playing into what he likes.
Yeah.
Now it's like with the judge we're having come down for the big game. Like, he's a touchy-feely. He doesn't mind if it has some spots here and there that are messed up on him, or some battle wounds on his head, because that's that story of that animal. But they're like I said, I've been to one where I had a battle wound and I just left it, my very first one, and he dinged me for it. I'm like, how am I supposed to tell him not to do that?
Yeah.
Don't ruin your cape.
So that's the tip when you're thinking about mounting your trophy. Pick out the pretty one.
Pick out the pretty one.
Well, it all depends what the judge wants too. Like you just have to know what judge is going to judge it, so you'll bring different mounts to different competitions.
Yeah.
Can you bring the same mount twice?
Mm-hmm. You can take it to all the shows. You're just not allowed. If, like, I was doing this buck for my brother, it was his velvet was all torn up, so we bloodied his horns up. I made him into like he was rubbing a tree, like he was shedding it. And you just can't post photos of it on like social media where a judge that follows you or knows you sees it, and then they know that's yours.
Yeah.
So it needs to be blind.
It needs to be blind. The very
Anonymous.
first competition it goes into, it needs to be blind. After that, obviously, they know whose is whose, but not everybody knows whose is whose. And you can compete all the way to nationals and worlds with that same mount if you do good in it.
How many taxidermists are going to these competitions that are in Nevada?
Like us Nevada guys
Yeah.
going to other states.
Yeah.
It's a pretty good handful. A lot of guys out of the Reno Sparks area, they all go over to the Cali show because it's only like a 3-hour drive for them. I go to it. It's like a 14-hour drive.
And these seminars, are these done by like top-notch taxidermists?
Yeah, like they've got to win like best overall, like they've got to win national, like you're picking a really high prize judge that knows what he's doing.
And in these seminars, they're giving their trade secrets,
Mm-hmm.
like on how to do things perfect then.
Yep. Like I've learned some, like this last one I did, just alterations. It was crazy. Like say it knocks off 30 minutes of like changing, like making a harder turn in a mount. Just a little trick that I learned on that. I'm like, well, that saved me a lot of time rather than how I was doing it. But they're giving you their tricks because at their point they're like they still compete, but they don't compete a lot because they've already mastered it all. So they don't want to go in and like be sandbaggers.
And just go beat everybody.
Yeah.
But it also sharpens your skills, right? Like every competition you come back from, that's how you improve.
Oh, 100%.
Right?
That's how you learn.
Yeah. So as a taxidermist or getting into taxidermy, those competitions are very important then.
Oh, yeah. Do them. Go do them.
It's like an educational seminar, right?
Yeah, it's for 3 days long. Go learn. Go talk to people. Because people, if you're friendly, they're friendly back, and they'll tell you how they do this. Like if you're standing by your bighorn over there, and I'm like, well, I want to go ask him how he did this. He's gonna tell me how he did it. He's not gonna be stuck up like, and brush you off.
There's not a deprivation mindset like, whoa, that's my trade secret. I'm not going to tell you.
No, we're all there to learn and help each other out because we're all in the same industry.
Yeah. Yeah, that's why I'm excited. That's why I'm excited to have him at this year's banquet. You know?
So do you like doing full body mounts?
I've done a handful of them. I like doing them. They're just more time consuming and really brings out, like, it tests your skills because there's a lot more into a life size than a shoulder mount.
Right.
They're fun. Like I said, I've done a handful of them, but I do mostly the shoulder mounts.
If someone's bringing you a full body mount cape, usually cut down the back, right? And you peel it down like this. And then when you get down to the knees of the animal, you cut the knees off and leave those in there for you to.
Yeah, leave like the bottom from the knee down.
Yeah.
And let me skin that out.
Yeah.
Yeah. A lot of bighorn. A lot of people, most life sizes are going to either be a bear, mountain lion, or your bighorn sheep is where your life size are going to be. I've done a life size axis deer and some like Catalina goat, but I haven't done like a mule deer, antelope, not yet. If I kill a nice one this season, it's getting life sized for the competition.
So do you like the shoulder wall mount? Do you like the pedestals?
I like pedestals because you can get more creative. There's so much more positions and turns and what you can do with it. But with a pedestal, they do take up a little bit more room than a wall hanger does. But in a pedestal, like it brings out your artist part, how good are you at art?
Is the scenery hard to replicate sometimes?
Sometimes, but I've gotten really good at it. I think that's came with.
I mean, it's pretty easy to throw some rocks and some weeds down, or is there more to it?
A lot of the scenery's fake, right? It's usually plaster and paint.
Yeah, and a lot of the rocks are like it's styrofoam now, like insulation foam they spray. So you just jump on the rocks and break them into pieces, and you're just puzzling it together. It has a little bit. It's not just throw the rock on and be done. Because like if you're trying to get different shape, colors, and all that, like that rock is, you're painting all that, and you gotta look at it because you're just looking at a pile of rocks on the ground. You're like, is this gonna come together? And you just start piecing it together, and she comes together. So it takes a little bit of skill to make it look good and not fake. And that's where you can see like difference in other people's stuff that doesn't like habitat versus likes doing habitat. I like doing habitat. It's something different. It's creative. It's my mind running a million of miles an hour. What if I do this? What if I do that?
You're like painting a story then.
Yeah.
What's happening?
You're creating that story.
Yeah.
Have you ever done a shoulder mount with alfalfa in the mouth?
No, but my wife wants me to do, not with alfalfa. She wants me to do a deer like eating a tree branch or something.
Right.
No, I've never done one. I've seen them done. They're cool. I don't know. That's not my cup of tea. I'll do it for somebody. if somebody wants it done. Me personally, it's not my cup. I don't like the look of it.
The look of alfalfa.
Alfalfa
Or just
just
anything, any animal eating or
because
grazing.
you make like their jaw sets off. Cause like his jaw, like his top would be here, and then his bottom's like over the side, like he's biting. It's weird looking to me. I know it's nature. It's what they do.
Hmm.
It's just not. I don't like it.
You don't like it? Yeah.
So everybody kind of has a style, right?
Yeah, everybody has their own style and what they like doing. And I don't know what I was gonna say there. I just drew a blank. I pulled a Ron.
Yeah. Well, yeah, we're over an hour here. I appreciate you coming in, and we look forward to having you this year.
It was interesting. It was interesting to learn. And I don't know, is there anything that you want to throw out to people that, if you're going to bring something to you or any taxidermist, this is like the number one thing.
Treat it like it's the meat. Treat your hide and your head and whatever it is. Treat it like you're treating the meat that you're getting off that animal. Because so many of us see it bad. Like when you're skinning it, take a little extra time. Don't leave 30 pounds of meat on the cape that we have to flesh off. Take your time and skin it out right. Try not to get it bloody. Try not to soak it in water.
Cut holes in it.
Cut holes in it. I mean, things happen. Everything's fixable unless you put the head on backwards. Just take your time. Keep it cool. Don't drag it through the sagebrush.
So somebody
Or
shoots
rocks.
something at dusk, and they're a couple, 2 or 3 hours to find the animal. What happens if they wait till the next day? Is there any other prep for waiting for the next day before they really get down to?
Not really. Like if you shoot it and then you come back in the morning, do the process of cleaning and all that. Not really. It's the same. I mean, it might be a little tougher because it'll probably get cold. It won't be warm. It's the same process. Yeah. There's really no difference.
Just treat it like the trophy that it is.
Yeah. Treat it with respect.
Yeah, you can get out what you put into it, right?
Yeah, 100%. Like, treat everything like the animal with respect because it gave its life for you.
Yeah.
And
Yeah, we're really grateful for Bradley. Bradley's been with WHIN, coming to banquets since as long as I can remember, man.
since you guys took it over.
Was it since we took it over when you started coming?
I
You
think I
came
went,
before.
I think a year before you guys took it over. Before you took it over, it wasn't really much.
Yeah, but you've always been there. He donates. Man, if I was added up, yeah, you donate about $2,000 worth of product every banquet.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Yeah, and you've been going for about 10 years, give or take, probably. So $20,000 worth of donations, and that's just for ours. I mean, you also go to so many others.
Oh, yeah, good. If there's a foundation that reaches out, I donate. It's me giving back.
Yeah, so thousands and thousands of dollars towards conservation. So, that goes a long way. And when you're doing stuff like that for the community, I mean, no wonder your shop's overflowing. And I hope every sportsman listening to this goes and supports you, because you're investing in wildlife. You're just not a consumptive user. And man, I mean, we appreciate that.
Do you have any special permits through NDOW or?
Yeah, I have a commercial taxidermy license, but you could fill out a piece of paperwork and get one tomorrow if you really wanted. I think you should be judged on your work by NDOW before you get a license, just to control the product, what quality is out there, because there's some shoddy work out there, and it just puts a bad taste in other people's mouths. Some people don't know. They're like, oh, it looks great. But then somebody kind of knows what they're looking at, and they're like, that doesn't look like
Well,
a
maybe
deer.
with the Taxidermy Association that you guys are ramping up, you can get some sort of governing body together, right? Like, so we have a Nevada State Contractors Board.
That's what I was thinking.
Right.
There's a lot of injured clients in taxidermy.
Yeah.
Because there's no screening process for it.
There's not. And I get it every year from somebody. They're like, you're not going to up and run away with my stuff, or you're not just going to disappear or over years and years. I'm like, you literally know where I live. My shop's at my house. I was like, I'm here for the long run. This is what I love doing.
I know we said we went long, but
You're good. Go ahead.
do you ever get, that's not my cape, that's not the one I brought you?
Oh my gosh. I've got that before.
I had it one time. It was with an antelope. It was his cape. The photo he had, it was laying there on the ground, dead. And when things die, everything just drops because there's no muscle keeping it, holding it into place anymore, right? Like it's not alive. And so he was telling me like the V in the white spot, he was telling me his was a lot thicker, like whiter. And I had pictures and everything. I was like, dude, this is your cape. And I was explaining it to him like, when things die, everything's just droopy. So it's going to look different versus when I'm mounting it and making it look alive again, it's going to tighten back up and take shape. Once I got that through his head, and I was like, I promise you, if I lose your cape, if your cape goes bad, I'm calling you. I'm not saying it's my fault. I'm not saying it's your fault. I'll usually be like, I have a spare cape. I'll just throw it on it if you want it done still. But now I've had it one time someone said that, but I talked to him. He was new to it. His first year hunting, he didn't know. He thought because he thought it should have been stretched out more. I'm like, no, this is how things work. And then he was good. And he's been back for 6 years straight now.
Yeah.
But I hear about it. Some people don't get their capes back. Some horns get mixed up.
Do you take pictures when it comes in before you tag, or do you take pictures of stuff so you can say it's just covering your butt?
I should do it more. Sometimes I do. I should do it more often with everything. I should have a little camera to take photos. But I'll put it up on, like, I'll put a deer up on my table, and with the client there, I'll inspect the whole thing. Like if it has split ears, scar here, and I write it on my sheet and then they like sign off on it. Like that's what it had.
So you're doing like a drop-off inspection?
Yeah,
Okay.
basically. Do an inspection. I should do photos just to cover my rear end, but knock on wood, I haven't.
Do you ever get tired of hearing hunting stories?
No, I enjoy them. Favorite ones are when it's a kid bringing it in, and it's their first deer, first harvest, and they're so excited and they're just rambling off at 100 miles an hour. That's why I do what I do. It's for the kids. We need more of them into this sport, and I don't get tired of it because I get honey holes from people too sometimes. Because they just start rambling off. I'm like, okay, I'll remember that spot.
How do you feel about people that say that kids in Nevada have enough opportunities and we should be giving them more tags?
That we should be giving them more tags?
Should not be.
I think the juniors should have more opportunities than we have as adults. Like I fall back when I was a junior, I drew 2 junior tags, and it sucked. And because when you're told like you're guaranteed a junior tag, a deer tag, and then you don't get it and you don't hunt your first year applying, then you wait a year and you draw a tag, and then you wait another year and you get a tag. I feel give the kids the tags, give them their first couple years applying, give them a tag. After that, then they go into kind of like the run-ins with us adults, where if you don't get a tag, you don't get a tag.
Yeah.
You start learning how it is to be like the adult. But I say give the juniors tags, let them hunt.
Yeah. I think it's almost more valuable to give it to them when they're a little bit older. Having taken a bunch of young kids out hunting it's really difficult for them to lift that gun up when they're that young, when they're 12, you know. I wonder how many dads shoot their kids' animals.
I bet quite a few.
Yeah, I bet quite a few too. But I mean,
Not in the duck blinds.
not in the duck blinds. But I think once they hit puberty, like 14, 15, that's the ideal age to take a kid hunting, you know.
Yeah.
I mean, Arizona gets tags out when they're 10
I know.
to kids. I remember taking Mitchell hunting when I was 10 with a 6.5 Creedmoor for elk, and I was like, good luck, kid.
Good luck.
He didn't come home with one. So.
Yeah, because I mean, at that age, like, your response to acting quick and pulling a shot off or something is not as good as ours are with the knowledge.
Telling me, man. I just got back from a hunt with my daughter, and like 21 stalks, right? At one point, we're crawling over a hill, and I like peek my head up, and I see the horns in the head. Like I could see him laying down. I was like, okay, you just gotta walk over this hill. Like, just crawl over this hill. They're going to stand up. You just need to shoot one. There's 4. They all stand up, and she picks her gun up and just points it at them as they run away. She's like, I didn't know which one to shoot. And I was like, oh my gosh. And she's 14. But you're right. Their reaction time is so agonizingly slow.
Yeah, I don't know. I feel give the juniors tags. Let them hunt. That's our next generation of hunters to keep everything going.
There's that statistic, like if you catch a fish before you're 14, you'll be in it for life, right?
Yeah.
I wonder if the same rings true that if you harvest an animal in your youth, like that's a sportsman for life.
Probably.
Yeah.
I was 14 when I harvested my first animal. But
Yeah.
we've been hunting since I was a kid, before I could even hunt.
Yeah, me too.
It was just brought up with it, but like new people getting into it, I could see that.
Yeah. I enjoy watching new people harvest an animal. It's one of my favorite things in the whole wide world to do.
Yeah, the expression, just the emotions they're going through. It's crazy.
We took this one gal out hunting once and she started crying after she harvested her first animal. She hasn't been back out.
She hasn't?
You gotta get them when they're 14, I guess.
I took a client's kid elk hunting last season for a bull. The dad couldn't make it because he was working what's the fast cars?
NASCAR.
F1.
Oh, F1.
F1. He was working that at a casino. He's a dealer. So he was going to turn the tag back and I said, no, let's go. We'll go kill a bull.
Mm-hmm.
Took him out, and when we shot it was like day 2 we shot him. He called his dad on the mountain, and he's just like bawling and just excitement. You could hear his dad's excitement while he's on break. I was like, that's what it's about. I always feel like I don't like having the tag because the pressure's on me. I like when other people have it because they're the ones making it happen.
I don't know, man. It gets frustrating real quick when they keep missing.
I'll be in that boat in 9 years
Okay.
when my youngest starts hunting.
Call me.
I'm gonna call you.
I'll talk you down. I'll be like, don't take the gun. Don't do it. Everybody will know. Yeah. So, anyways, okay. Well,
So
thanks.
what's the best way for people to find you?
Instagram, Facebook, Google. Just type in Taxidermy Las Vegas. I'll pop up number 1.
Call WHIN and ask what taxidermist to use.
Or call WHIN. Hopefully they don't say somebody else.
No, we don't. Send everybody over your way.
No, I appreciate
Well,
everything you guys done.
It's the 2 ways we go, right? Everything goes through you, whether it's the waterfowl or not, and then you send the waterfowl somewhere else. But everything ends up going through you one way or the other.
Yep. One way or the other, it's coming through my doors.
Yeah. Well, awesome. Appreciate everybody tuning into this podcast. And like we always say, make conservation a lifestyle. Till next time.